What's going on, you guys? So today we are going to be doing just a small little rundown of the Canon Eos 80D. In my last video, I recently got this for Christmas and I've been messing around with it a bunch. Just trying to find out and figure out all the settings. It's been a process, but I think I learned pretty quickly on some of the settings. So I just kind of want to run through that with you guys. If you happen to have this camera, want to know a little bit about this camera and what its capabilities are. I'm sure I will go a little bit more in depth with some other videos later down the line, but this is just some of the configurations that are on this camera up on top, all the buttons on the side, so you guys can get a clear look at what's on this guy. Let's take a look. Alright, so just starting on the back here, we have the on and off switch. We have the dial that has all your settings: manual, aperture, priority, automatic mode. You have a couple settings here that you can customize and some other ones that I'm not really too familiar with. I'm usually more or less on manual mode. We can get in a lot into that, and a lot of videos that are coming out that I've shot are in manual mode, and it just makes your videos a whole lot better once you understand how to use manual mode, and I can get into that in the next video or so. But for right now, we're just explaining with the camera what it looks like. So you got your on off, you have your dial for your settings, you have your menu button, which brings up all the different options that your camera can provide, different settings, different saving points. There's just a whole bunch of different options that you can have, that you can do. So I'll just kind of show you real quick what this looks like one by one, so you can get a gist of what this all looks like. There's your style. Such. You'll see, and if you're familiar with the Canon series, with Canon's cameras, then you know it's pretty self-explanatory where everything's at on the screen. So moving on, you got your info button, which tells you some of the stuff that your camera's set to, and you can change your on-screen look. So you want to make sure that your photos are equally balanced before you take the shot. You have that option, and then you have the option to just look at your settings here. Moving on, we have the start and stop button for video. So this is actually a switch up on top over here. So all I have to do is just switch it down, and then I'd be in video mode, and I just press start or stop to record the video or to stop recording the video. Then on the side here, we have some other buttons. We have the play button, and that just reviews all your footage and all your photos after you take them. Then there is the scroll wheel. So instead of using the touchscreen, this is an all touchscreen. Very nice too, like it's very responsive. You have that option, or you have the click wheel option and your toggle buttons and your set button. So basically, if you want to go old school, you can utilize this section. Everyone knows about touchscreens nowadays, so it's not too hard to understand using that. Down here, we have the lock button. So that just locks some of the settings. We have the autofocus on button. We have the zoom in and zoom out buttons that you can use in playback mode. So you can zoom in to your photos, or you can pinch the zoom, just like on smartphone. Up on top, we have autofocus, we have drive, ISO, and focus points. So we'll get a little bit more into that in another video, but that's just a whole nother ballpark that you more or less see inside the viewfinder. And then you have what your settings are up on top, as well as on the screen here, which is pretty cool. Whatever way you take photos, old school, look down at the camera, or you look at the screen. Then we have a wheel over here up on top, and what this wheel does, it just turns some of the settings over here. It usually turns the shutter speed. So my shutter speed is now 1/60th of a second. I'm not sure what this button does up at top, but I'm sure, oh, here we go. So this button does your focus points. So this is your metering button up on top, and we'll go a little bit more into that a little later, but this button is your focus points, so you get to choose which focus points you kind of want to have when you're taking the photo, where you want those to be on the screen through the viewfinder. We can get into that with that in another video, but as for now, I'm trying to just keep this nice and simple for you guys. And on the front, obviously, you got your photo button, so you just take photos with that button. So that's all of the back of this camera. Take a good look at it. And this is the top of the camera. Take a good look at that too as well. Pause it if you need to. Oh, and up top you can slide your flash up there. You can slide a light up there. You can slide a microphone up there. Most cameras do have that option. And this is what the front of the Canon Eos 80D looks like. cap on right now, just for protection, so I don't get dust in there or any dirt. It says Canon EOS 80D on the side. This button right here on the side here with the lightning bolt looking arrow, that's the release button. So when you put your lens on, you hold it down as you twist the lens off of the camera, and it comes off real nice and real easy. On the bottom of the camera, you have your thread hole for mounting your camera on a tripod or on a Joby tripod or whatever you got. And on the bottom over here, we have the battery area. So if you just open that up there, you got the battery in there, flip the switch, battery pops out automatically, real nice and easy, and you just slide it back in and let it click into place. Close the lid, and it snaps right back into place. So that's like the bottom of the camera. On the right side of the camera, we have another area, and it's kind of hidden. You kind of got to push the side, and out comes the area of where you insert your SD card. I don't have one in there right now. It just gets inserted into that area of the camera. Pretty neat, pretty hidden away. And then on the side here, you have your HDMI input, and you have a USB. I think it's micro USB. So that's what that looks like, real nice. And you got a microphone and headset inputs up on top there, so you can listen back to your audio, or you can hook your mic that sits on top of your camera to the inside of the camera right there. And I am not sure what this actually is. Looks like a power source. I'm not sure what that actually is, but if you do know, leave a comment in the comment section down below and let everyone know what that is. I haven't messed around with it. I don't necessarily need to. But yeah, so this is what the camera looks like out of the box. Real nice, real neat. It's just an awesome camera. So you guys, that's what the Canon EOS 80D looks like from top to bottom, side to side. If you want to know a little bit more about this camera, I will have some videos coming out soon about other parts of the camera. We'll go a little bit more in depth with it if you would like. Super solid camera. This was an upgrade from the camera that I'm using now. I still shoot my vlogs with this camera that I'm looking at you with right now. So this one's a little bit more convenient, but this has a lot more options for what I want to do. Once I got this camera, I actually started getting right back into photography. I haven't taken a photo in a long time on an actual camera, and now this just totally makes so much sense. The photo quality is just crazy awesome. Video is awesome on this thing. That's the main reason why I got it, but it actually got me right back into photography, which is so cool. So surprising how this thing actually is changing the course of my creativity, and I'm just having fun with it. Canon EOS 80D, that's what it looks like. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know more about this camera, hit that little notification bell at the top when I post videos like this, and you'll be notified. Leave a comment in the comment section down below and tell me if you have this camera and if you want to know more about it. Yeah, just talk it up, because that's what we do. We love camera gear and we love knowing more about it, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and I'm sure someone will probably respond to you if I don't. But thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.